Have you had any particularly important high points in your martial arts training? One that sort of changed your perception in yourself or in the art? Anything that sort of propelled you to the next step?
I'd have to say it was those two exams, the fifth and the sixth. The fifth especially was the big one for me.
Do you remember why in particular?
I think it was that switch where it doesn't matter. It's okay, just keep going. It's okay to not pass. As long as you're continuing to make improvements and you're doing your best you can, that's all you can ask of anybody and yourself. And just that switch that it's like, it's okay. And then when I did come back, and I remember this test in particular, I went out and I was just like, I'm good. This is it.
Well, I'm really happy to hear you say that because it really paralleled my experience. Put a lot of pressure on both my fifth and my sixth. Didn't pass both tests multiple times, and when in both cases I had to think to do this twice. Like, it doesn't matter. And both times when I went out with like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And aced it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's the key. Not worrying about, is this going to be right? Am I going to pass? And I think that's a lesson for so many things.
Sure. Well, speaking of lessons, if you were to speak with a new person to the martial art, what sort of advice would you give a white belt? One, to maximize their training, and two, to maximize their longevity in the training so that they can continue to train for a long period of time so that they get to some of the more complicated lessons and the more powerful lessons.
A beginner coming in, have fun with it. I think you have to come in and have fun with it. Don't come in with preconceived notions that you have to know something, that you have to be good at something. And we have a lot of students come in from other arts, and the ones that can put that aside and learn something new are the ones that do better. And they're open to learning. Listen to the instructors. They're there to help you, not criticize you. We're there, we want everybody to get it. We're passionate about that, and I think every instructor in this art is. And I think that's, for a beginner coming in, be open, have fun, ask questions, and I think that will help you keep going. Because you'll get better sooner and you'll enjoy it, and then you'll get to those harder things that we sometimes do have challenges with, and you will have things that you're challenged with and that will frustrate you.
I can agree with you on that. Sure thing. If you were to speak with somebody that was considering starting martial arts, looking at To-Shin specifically, what would you say to tell them why To-Shin is a unique and powerful system of self-defense, self-development?
Because it does embody self-development and personal protection. So you've got all of that. But our art is something that you can do until you age, as you get older. It's not something for necessarily you've just got to be young and strong to do it. So that is one thing. If you're looking for something long term, if you want to compete, well, that's not what we do. If you're young and punky and that's what you want to do, take the time to do that. But if you want something that's going to last long term, this art is something you can do for a lifetime. And I think that's, and it's a real self-defense. It's not a sport or competition.
What makes it real self-defense from your point of view?
If you're attacked on the street, you have a better chance of defending yourself than somebody else, I believe. Yes, there are young people that could probably, hit somebody and knock them out, but, we don't necessarily want to be doing that. We want to use our common sense. We want to try to talk our way out of it first. That, to me, is the smartest thing to do first and foremost. Try and talk yourself out of it. But with all the body positioning and all the dynamics that we have, it helps with that, and then you're ready if something else comes up.
As a leader in To-Shin, as a woman leader in To-Shin, I know that you're not done. I hope that you're not done or anywhere near done. But if you were to look back and or look forward and say what you would like your legacy in To-Shin-Do to be, what would you hope that it would be?
I think that it would be more to say I have helped a lot of people throughout my teaching lifespan, where helping people come in and feel better about themselves, feel more confident, even in the personal development, life skills side of things. I think that makes me feel good. I like to help people.
Mm-hmm. What do you hope for the future of To-Shin-Do?
Well, I hope it keeps going.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. I hope it keeps going because I think there's so much benefit in this art to so many people. And that the challenge is people don't know what we have.
Mm-hmm.
They see it as just another martial art if they don't know what they're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
And we get this from students that come in, oh man, this is so different. I had no idea. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the adults stay because of the life skills portion and part of what they're getting. They say, oh, I came in and I enjoyed the self-defense part. Mm-hmm. But now this side of it is really helping me in my life with my personal relationships at work, all of those things. And so I really hope it can keep going and that we can build, the schools and the training groups and that it carries on.
Perfect. If people wanted to communicate with you, find you, and train with you, how would they do that? Where would they do that?
Our website is tampaquestcenter.com, and there's somewhere in there's somewhere to message us or email us.
Perfect.
And you can do that. Phone number's on there. That's how you can get us.
Excellent. Well, Ms. Russo, thank you so much for your time. Thanks for answering the questions. Everybody out there, I hope you enjoyed this interview as much as I enjoyed asking the questions. Stay tuned for even more of these coming up. And until next time, Ninja every day.